Hey there, and welcome to The Cutest Little Thing. I am Andrea, and I'm so glad you have joined me for today's video. If you love thrift flips, home decor, upcycling, DIYs, and all of the things, then you are at the right place, and I'm so glad you are here today. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you have been with me before, welcome back. I have some awesome projects in store for you today, so we will get right to them. Let's get started. Hey y'all, I cannot wait to show you this project. These little glass cloches I thrifted, they were 99 cents each. I ended up getting 6 of them, and these little plates have been in my stash a good while. I thrifted them probably a year ago. There was a set of them. I thought they were cute. I knew I could use them, but they've just sat in my stash. You know how that goes. So today is the day I can put those little plates to use. I was so excited when this idea started coming to life. I'm using Dixie Belle in the color Mint Julep. I had not long gotten this paint when I did this project, so I was excited to use this color. I did want to add some texture to my paint, so I added some baking soda. And depending on the texture you want, or the consistency, the thickness you want your paint, will depend on how much baking soda you start. So I start with a little bit because you can always add more, and then if you get it too thick, just add a little more paint to get it the perfect consistency you would like it to be for your project. So painting on this slick, smooth, shiny surface, I definitely wanted it to be a good bit thick. And y'all, I am sorry. I know you can hear the frogs in the background. I have gone everywhere trying to get away from this sound, and I cannot. It is a cloudy, rainy day here in southeastern North Carolina, and I live on a farm. We have ponds, and the frogs are going crazy. So I do apologize about that, and I hope it doesn't get on your nerves too bad. So I'm going in with my paint. I did do a full coat. Now with this thick paint like this, you may or you may not need a second coat, but I did need to touch up a little bit. So I just began to pounce on that second coat when I was touching up. And also I like to use that pouncing method so you don't have brush strokes, and it just gets your paint on there easier with it being so thick. I gave it a good dry with my heat tool. Then I was happy with how it looked. Now, I have these little mini birds. I get these off of Amazon. I love them. I keep them on hand all the time because I use them quite a bit. I wanted to paint this bird, of course. They're very easy to paint. The texture of them holds paint really well. I'm going in with Dixie Belle's Cucumber Ice. This is also a beautiful color from Dixie Belle. And if you are not familiar with Dixie Belle paint, it is a chalk paint. And it is, well, chalk paint is thick anyway, but it has awesome coverage. It's a thick paint, but if you are using it, you can, and it's too thick, you can always spritz over your project or add just a teeny weeny bit of water to your paint, and that does help it go on a little more smooth. I needed to seal in my paint because Dixie Belle does not have a built-in sealer. So I am going in with Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax, and this is the clear wax. So this is giving my paint a good seal. I did the front of the little plate as well as the back. These little birch tree branch pieces I get from the Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure they keep them all the time, and if not, I'm sure you could find them at Hobby Lobby or other craft stores. I hot glued one right in the center of that plate. Y'all, this is getting cuter and cuter by the second, and I was getting so excited as this project came together. Now I'm going in with Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax in the color brown. I did want to dirty this up just a little bit. Now, if you don't like this look, you can absolutely skip it. I love aged, vintage, worn out, dirty, rusty, crusty pieces. So I usually age my pieces up. But again, if you don't like that, you can skip it. Or you could have done white wax or gray grunge or anything like that. So I barely had any wax on my brush, and I almost did a dry brushing technique over that plate, and where we created the texture with our paint, it just sort of grabbed that wax and stuck in all those fine little details. I also wanted to add some of that brown wax to that little bird, and same thing, all that detail of the bird just grabbed that wax and got in all the little cracks and crevices and sat down in. Then you want to let your wax sit on your piece for a few minutes, and you can wipe away the excess with a dry paper towel. And that sort of polishes it as well, almost like a wax on, wax off technique. And then I hot glued the little bird right onto the top of our little stump we created on our plate. I wanted to add some greenery. This eucalyptus, it comes in a garland form off of Amazon, and all the products we use in today's video, I will have the products linked in the description. So I just broke off some of those little pieces of greenery, and I hot glued all around the little stump with the bird on it. And I kind of stuck that hot glue to the base of the little stump. I did decide I wanted to add some moss first. So before I went any further, I just took my Spanish moss. You can get your Spanish moss from any craft store, Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby. I usually like to pick the big bags up at Hobby Lobby, or if I'm out, because my Hobby Lobby is about 40 minutes away. So if I run out and I get in a pinch, I'll either get it from Walmart or Dollar Tree. So I just hot glued that moss right around the base of that stump. I wanted to create that base before adding my greenery on top of that. And look how pretty that is already with just the moss. So I wanted to test it out to see how that looked. So I put the little mini glass cloche over that, and I was already loving it, but it needed just a little something else. And I'm not sure what those pieces were initially supposed to be. Like I said, I grabbed them at Goodwill that day. They had 6 of them for 99 cents each, and I just grabbed all 6 of them. I thought they were so cute, but I'm wondering what they were. So if you know, or if you have seen anything like these before, leave it in the comments where I will know. I'm adding a little piece of lace, just tying a sweet little bow around the top of that cloche. And I also wanted to add a little jute string bow. I just take my jute string and tie a little bow. I get my loops the same size, and then I cut my little tails the same size. I just kind of play with it and adjust it until I get it like I want it. And I hot glued it right in the center of where I tied that lace on the little knob of that cloche. And how cute is that? I just love the lace and the neutral colors with the jute string, and the lace is an off-white. It does have the option on not on Facebook, on Amazon, where you can get the white lace, or you can get the, I think, ivory, and this is ivory. So look how pretty that is, y'all, just like that. And I do believe I made several of these, but I can't remember exactly how I did. So I'm having to watch it with you guys as I'm voicing over this. This one, I decided to add baby's breath. I get this. This is dried baby's breath I get off of Amazon. And I just took teeny weeny pieces from that pack and hot glued, and I just stuck them right into the moss. And I decided not to do the greenery on this one. But you could do them all sorts of ways. You can paint your little base. And if you don't have little plates like this, you could, you know, find any little base in your stash. You could even, if you absolutely had nothing, you could make a base with some clay, or maybe a cardboard cutout or something like that, you could find a little base for it. But I just think this turned out so cute. I hope you love it too. And like I said, I made several of them and they were super popular in my booth. They've already been selling. So here it is, our finished piece, our little mini cloche. These are the cutest little thing. They would make the cutest addition to your tiered tray as a shelf sitter sitting on a little stack of books. Let me know what you think. Sometimes you will have those thrifted finds that you don't want to paint or do anything to. That's how I was with this glass bottle. I thrifted it. It was only a couple of dollars. I cleaned it up really well. And I wanted to add just a little something to it. But like I was saying, I didn't want to paint it or change it up too much. I love the wording on the front. I love the shape of it. Everything about it. So I have these little fairy lights. I get these off of Amazon in a bulk pack. I can't remember exactly how many you get in a pack, but it is a lot for not a lot of money. But I will have it in the description for you. So I just place them down in the bottle. I have this greenery. Oh, and the lights do work by battery. I did mean to say that. And they have a little on and off switch. I have this greenery. It comes in a garland form, and I get it from Hobby Lobby. And I like to get it when they have their greeneries and florals 40% off. That's usually when I grab my florals and greeneries. And just like that, just that quick and simple, we have upcycled this glass bottle. Look how cute it is as a decor piece sitting on a shelf. You could have this placed anywhere in your home on a stack of books, and it goes with any other colors because it's clear. I just love it. Don't forget, I'm now a retailer of the Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. You can message me over through my Facebook business page for all of your milk paint orders. Thank you so much. This is a galvanized bucket I thrifted. It's been in my stash. I love the little wood piece on the handle. It does have a Christmas tree on it with the word Merry. I don't really want to paint this piece. I love the galvanized look with the wood elements on it. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a fabric label over it, and that's going to cover the Christmas image on the front. So I'm taking a piece of muslin cloth. I always order my muslin cloth from Amazon. It comes in a bundle pack. I'm sure you can find it other places like Walmart, Hobby Lobby, different craft stores. And I cut a square of my muslin fabric that fit. I wanted it to fit over the entire front of the bucket. And initially, I was going to use one of these little transfers. This is a pack of transfers. I can't remember the brand, but it's from Amazon. But I love this little lamb with a little bit of floral, but I couldn't get it to fit over the piece of muslin. And I know I could have cut a bigger piece of muslin, but I went digging through my supplies and I found this label I had already printed onto muslin fabric. This label came from an Etsy shop, and I have a full tutorial where you print on your fabric. You kind of trick your printer into printing on the fabric. I have a full tutorial on that if you are interested in watching that video. I also did a live segment over on Facebook and had some instructions on it as well. So if you could hop over there and check that out. But I just simply hot glued that label onto the front of my galvanized bucket. I just hot glued all around those edges and pressed it down where it would adhere to the front. And the label, it's got that vintage look on it, so it matched the wood element on the handle perfectly. And I just love the look. I love how this turned out. And it was super quick, super easy. A quick thrift flip, a quick upcycle. I did have these thumbtacks. And you can get those little thumbtacks anywhere from your dollar store or Walmart. But I clipped off the end of them, the little sharp point end, and I just left the round circle. And you can clip them with your wire cutters. They were some tough little cookies to clip off, and it could be that my wire pliers are dull, but you can kind of bend them back and forth over and over and wear it out where you snip it with that wire plier. But when it comes off, then you just simply add a dot of hot glue and stick that little tack right in the hot glue. And I just thought that added a cute little touch. And it also matches the label as well as the wood handle. And I just put one in each corner. And there's what we have. Look how cute. It just looks like those tacks are holding that label on the bucket. And I just love it. So now we're going to fill our bucket with some goodies. These awesome vintage kitchen pieces. This is like a vintage egg beater and just all kinds of little things here. A grater, a strainer, a little spoon. I follow a lady over on Facebook. I don't believe she has a YouTube channel, but if you are on Facebook, search up Vintage Junkies Decor. Her name is Christy, and she has live sales on her page every week, and she just has different items that she sells over there. And that particular week, she was having a kitchen sale, selling all kinds of vintage pieces and items for your kitchen. And I purchased those from her, and they work perfect to put in this little bucket, this little tin bucket. I'm thinking about keeping this piece for myself for a while, and then I may put it in my booth after I enjoy it for a few weeks. But I don't know if I'm going to resell those vintage utensils just yet. So I love how this turned out. Another quick thrift flip. Again, not every thrift flip has to be some long, drawn-out, complicated process, even though some projects are definitely like that. But I do love how this turned out. Y'all let me know what you think. Okay, y'all, we are at the end of today's video. I do hope that you enjoyed all of the projects. I hope that you will leave me a comment. Let me know your favorite, or let me know what you like about each one. I do appreciate you being here, and if you are new here, welcome. If you like what you saw in today's video, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos. You can also go over to Facebook and TikTok. Give me a follow over there as well. And if you've been with me before, welcome back. I appreciate all of your support for my channel. And I will see you all on our next video. I usually have a video out every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and sometimes I'll have an extra video for you on the weekend, usually on a Saturday night. So look out for those every now and again, just like a little surprise bonus video on a Saturday night every once in a while. But thank you all for watching today, and I will see you on the next one. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.